Lovely jubbly. First and foremost, what did one snowman say to the other? Smells like carrots. Because their nose are both carrots. Anyways, broskies, we are here for the Air Max 95 Erosions, Unearthed, whatever we're calling them. Absolute bangers. So good in hand. Way better in hand, actually. To be fair, the pictures weren't that bad. But yeah, you have to see the beauty up close and feel it on your little sausage toes, you know? So let's talk about them. In today's episode, broskies, it is all about the Air Max 95 Unearthed. So you all know the story by now. The Air Max 95 Unearthed was a sneakers exclusive. My thoughts were they scrapped the whole sneakers day thing and just gave it to us. A very cool design choice by the Nike team, and I really like how they sort of unraveled it on the sneakers app. They gave us a very cool story about how they came up with the shoe and the sort of inspiration behind it, like all the color choices and even the mismatched panels on the shoe. Now you know by now why this review is super late. If you haven't seen the unboxing video, go back to that, because like Craig David, I filled you in.
Hey, yo!
Is that a pause? I feel like that's a pause. Now this was a UK and EU only release. As far as I know, there isn't a US release date or an announcement, but the resale prices honestly isn't too bad. Now the box is pretty cool. It's kind of like an OG inspired box, but with a little Oliver. You know, a little twist. I really like how one side of the box shows layers, you know, the whole process of erosion, which this sneaker was actually inspired by. But inside of the box though, we do have Nike Air Max 95 as if unearthed by the process of erosion. Now the product sticker reads Nike Air Max 95 and the official colorway is Summit White and Velvet Brown. Now we are going to go over the materials, the colors and all the QC and that sort of stuff with this shoe and why it is the way it is. But first, let's talk about the sizing. Well, for me, I went true to size, but I know a few people did go half a size up just because it does feel a bit more narrow than your regular 95. And I do get it. Because of the change in the materials, especially on the upper, it does make a difference. For me though, I am narrow footed, so maybe that's why I can go with my normal 95 sizing. But if you do like a bit more room, or if you are wide footed, then yeah, half a size up. Okay, I think it's about time I spill the beans to show you why I think this shoe is the Air Max of the year so far. Now, straight off the bat, I need to get the QC out of the way. There have been some horror stories with a lot of people getting their pairs in. Now, yes, it does stink spending £185 on a pair of shoe, which this sneaker does retail for you to get them in and the stitching's all off and there's glue stains and all that sort of stuff. Now, I can only speak for my pair, but yeah, there is a bit of glue around the toe box area. It's not the end of the world, but you know how it is, broskies. Once you know it's there, it's always going to be there. Putting that aside though, this shoe, honestly, one of the best, if not the best Air Max we've had in a while. Now me and Hass did say this on a live stream a week or so ago, but yeah, this is the sneaker that the Arse 95 should have been. Just when it comes to that premium vibe to the shoe, the suede panels on this sneaker, honestly, top tier. And I'd say even the colors. I mean, the purple is definitely sort of synonymous with Arse, but the browns, yeah, I'd chuck that in too. It's a shame though, because this sneaker should have been a pack, let's be honest. One pair being that sort of gradient with the purples and the other should have been that brown. It is a bit annoying, but I mean, the Greedy series is very popular, so I guess they sort of had that in mind. But yeah, the lateral side does have that purple sort of gradient to it, which is pretty cool. And then the medial side that goes from that sort of dark brown all the way to that sort of tan or camel color. And then we've got that OG style netting around the lace hoops, which isn't actually white. It's kind of like an off-white, if you will. Now the lace hoops are sort of like canvas, but the lace stay actually looks like hemp. White laces in the sneaker as well as the top of the tongue. Grey, black and white to the Air Max branding with that hit of blue, which yeah, that is nice. Now, yes, it is a white sock liner, but the insole steals the show. It's got the same sort of layers with the pattern that we have in the box and also what it says on the lid. So the heel counter is pretty cool. It's normally that sort of 3M panel on a 95, but this is different. Yes, we've got the Nike Air branding there, but this is sort of showing the layers that you would see from, I guess, the top down. Now, at first, I thought this midsole was black, but it's not. It's actually like a dark brown, which I don't mind at all. It adds that sort of autumn or fall vibe to the shoe. Now the Air unit, keeping in theme to the whole process of erosion with this shoe. Being inspired by water of course, but it adds that bit of color that I think this sneaker needed. Now the old school 95 heads are gonna love this. It's so rare to see this nowadays, but the PSI does return to the outsole. But yeah, the rest of it is in that sort of dark brown with that hit of that sort of violet as well. Okay, I think it's about time we decide whether these are a buy or a buy. So as much as I do want to moan about all the QC and whether this sneaker should have been a pack or not, I can't bring myself to it. I just love this shoe. And I think because of the color, this sneaker came out at the perfect time. Although it's light enough to enjoy these in the summer, it's defo got that sort of autumn or fall vibe. And a lot of people are cheesed off because the brown on the medial, it's always gonna kind of be hidden. And that's exactly why. This sneaker should have been a 2 sneaker pack. But in terms of the positives with this shoe, QC aside, yes, the premium vibe to the panels are what I really like. Also, the colors that they've used, the box, and yeah, definitely the storytelling. Now, I genuinely can't think of a better Air Max that's released so far. Yes, we've got the Amaminiers right around the corner, which that sneaker is slowly swaying my mind. The more I see it, the more I like it. Also, the 95 stash, they look good. I know some people, they're not rating them at the minute, but yeah, I think that pair is going to win a few people over. At the moment though, this for me is the best Air Max to drop this year so far anyway. So you know where I'm going with this, broskis. It is an absolute pie. But let me know your thoughts down below. Is the Air Max 95 Unearthed the Air Max of the year so far? Or is this an absolute miss? And if it's not the best Air Max, then comment down below what is. But that's it from me, broskis. Don't forget, do all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And yes, until the next episode. Yeah. Take care.